So a very good morning. So just like how we did for IDT paper, I have done an analysis for costing paper also. So before we go into the revision series, we have to see and understand which are the important topics and give more importance and more preference to those topics. So first we will go to the 7 mark questions. So under 7 mark questions, if you see cost sheet, which is the primary thing that as cost accountants we should know. So cost sheet is a mandatory question under 2A. It's a 7 mark question. Okay. Then under 7B, 7B is a question relating to material, direct material and labor. So always there is a question, there is a repeated question from labor or direct material EOQ calculation. In case of labor, or the Halsey-Rowan method of calculating the labor cost and then the labor turnover calculations. Then 3A is with respect to overhead. Either it is using simultaneous distribution or other methods, how the overheads are being allocated and how they are being absorbed. 3B is also again it goes to preparation of cost sheet, but it is more detailed compared to 2A question. Now 4A. 4A, there is a question from methods of costing. Any of the methods other than your contract costing and process costing. So it can be batch or operating. I would say it is either batch or operating, and more number of times a question from operating costing has come. Then 7B, there is a question on contract costing. 4B, sorry. 4B, a question on contract costing, and 5A, a question on process costing. 5B, it is standard costing, one question. Now, if you see, there is a pattern. Material, labor, material, labor. So this attempt, I am expecting a question on standard costing with respect to material variances. Then 6A is again a 14-mark single question for 14-mark, more very much detailed, covering your budgeting and marginal costing, where two different options are there. You have a buy option or a make option, which one to choose, or an export, whether you should take up an export of a particular product, increasing your production capacity. More of an analytical question, but the question is quite simple and it will be somewhere either from the book, directly from the book, or similar to the questions in your book with respect to budgeting chapter. 7A is budget preparation. It can be cash budget, flexible budget, fixed budget, any type of budget. 7B is a question on cost audit standards. Every attempt there is this 7B or question on cost accounting standards. Then we have 8th question, which has advantages of costing, ABC analysis, and again a CAS question on CAS. Okay, this is the 8th question, is a completely theory question. So from this analysis, we can say that if you have studied method of costing and technique of costing, cost accounting standards, and you know the basics of how to prepare a cost sheet. If you know these 4 things, you will be able to score more than 60% because you can attempt 4A, which is method of costing. You will be able to attempt 5 completely, 5A and B, which is method and technique of costing. You will be able to attempt 7A and B, which is again technique of costing and the accounting standards. Then you will be able to attempt 6A as well. So 4 questions you will be able to attempt. And then out of 7 questions, we need to attempt only 5 questions. You can even try either 2A or question number 8. So out of 5 questions, 4 questions will be what you have studied. 4.5. It is only 1 question that you will have to attempt based on your earlier understanding and basic understanding about the concept. So technique of costing, methods of costing, and the cost accounting standards, preparation of the format of cost sheet. These 4 things are the crux of costing paper and that you have to be very thorough with. With respect to MCQs also, 50% of the MCQs are from either from the cost accounting methods or techniques, 50% from other chapters. Okay, so to begin with, give more importance to methods of costing and techniques of costing, cost accounting standards, and the format of cost sheet. Okay, so now we will go to the revision series and we will give more importance to methods and techniques.